everybody, welcome back to the Royal Read. I am so glad you decided to stop by and see what I'm reading on. But before we get started, you already know I ask you to do it every single day. And that is to go in those settings. Why? Because we want to invite you to be a part of this tribe, to be a part of this community. And let me tell you, it is the best community on these internet streets. I kid you not. You don't believe me? Go in the comments, talk to somebody, chit chat. I mean, converse with someone. I promise you, you will be impressed because they are a pretty impressive group, I must say. And then when you decide you want to be a part of this community, you know what you need to do. You need to go down in those settings, look around, find that subscribe button and go ahead on and subscribe. And while you're in there, hit that notification bell too so you'll know when I upload or when I just want to pop in. And give me a thumbs up to fight my nemesis, the beast, the algorithm. It is not playing with me, y'all. It is not. Also, I just want to give a big shout out and a big thank you to all of the readers who decide to support the channel by watching the commercials. Let me tell you, it is a huge, huge help and it is a great way to support. Also, over in that corner, that's our join button. That's for channel memberships. And if you choose to become a channel member and a part of the reading club, you will be supporting my channel to grow, to improve, and to continue. And I will be so grateful, so thankful, so over the moon, just appreciative for that support. Also, if you just want to do a one-time donation, our super thanks button is in the other corner. And all donations to the channel is always greatly appreciated. All right, y'all, I do have a couple of shout outs. First of all, I want to shout out ALC. ALC, thank you for coming through. ALC is a ride or die, always supporting, always in the comments, dropping the knowledge, just always there. And I am so grateful and so thankful to have ALC as part of this community. What a huge part ALC is. Also, I want to give a big shout out to Angela May. Angela May is a ride or die as well. Let me tell you, Angela be coming through. She do all of the time. I mean, she never fails. She always come through. And I am so grateful and so thankful to have her as a part of this community. I mean, she is always supporting. Also, I want to give a big shout out to Ella May. Ella, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for the super thanks and thank you for being the ride or die that you are. Because let me tell you, you are a ride or die. You are always supporting. And let me tell you, it means so much. All right, y'all, I'm going to play something and then we will talk on the other side. Y'all, I just want to say another quick thank you to ALC, Angela May, and Ella Gully. Y'all are everything. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for supporting, and thank you for being a part of this community. That right there is everything. All right, y'all, let's get started. And y'all know when I am putting the read together, y'all know what I do. I hit these internet streets, and that's exactly what I have been doing today. Like I said, I got to confess again, I didn't get a chance to go to all of the social media platforms today. Why? Because today is Father's Day. And I was quite busy. I don't have a father. My father is no longer with me. But I do have a son who is a father. I also have a friend who is a father. And I also have brothers who are fathers. So, yes, I was quite busy. But I did get to jump on these internet streets and go to some of my favorite spots. And y'all know that that would be Instagrams, keeping up with Meghan and the Instagram Squatties. Also to X, formerly known as Twitter, which I lovingly call the sewer. So, yes, I did have an opportunity to hit these internet streets, but just not as much as I like or as much as I usually do. But I still think that we have a lot to talk about. Yes, because like I said, today is Father's Day. Meghan came out with a Father's Day video. We're going to talk about it. It is just so sweet. And it just makes me so happy to see Harry getting his happily ever after. And that's exactly what has happened here. Harry has gotten his happily ever after. And I just love it for him. I do. And we're going to talk about something new that's coming up with Meghan. Yes, Meghan is coming outside, and we're going to talk about that. And also, the British media has decided to dig in Harry and Meghan's pockets, want to count their dollars. I mean, I have never saw anything like it. Now, they have a whole family over there across the pond that they're responsible for, that they are to cover. But one thing they never cover is the money that this family grifts off the taxpayer. No, they rather go 5,000 miles away and start clocking Harry and Meghan's dollars. Okay, the ones that they earn themselves. They want to count Harry and Meghan's pennies, but yet and still want to ignore the $1 billion that this family absolutely grifts off the taxpayer every year. I cannot with these people. But yes, they started that nonsense, and we're going to talk about that. And we have a few other things we're going to talk about. But yes, we're going to drag them. We're going to drag them because I am so sick of them always clocking Harry and Meghan's dollars, but never saying anything about the grift that is happening over there. All right, y'all. With all that said, let's get to the read, and we are going to start with this. All right, I'm going to put it up, and it just says, Happy Father's Day, Prince Harry. And it is a picture of Harry and his kids hugging, embracing, and just having a wonderful, wonderful day. Yes, Meghan posted a video just for Harry on Father's Day. And this is one of the screen grabs that one of the Squatties did because it is just so beautiful. Harry's family. I just love it. I do. All right, y'all, I'm going to put this one up. And this is another screen grab from that video. Listen, if you hadn't went over to Meghan's Instagram, please go over to her page. This whole video is over there. And let me tell you, it is the sweetest thing. I mean, oh, I'm over the moon. What can I say? This particular Squatty said, the best father and the loveliest video posted by Meghan. Happy Father's Day to Prince Harry. Archie and Lily are so lucky. Where is the lie? Because if you watch this video, you can just tell the love that is in that family. Harry got his happily ever after. He did. He absolutely got everything that he deserves. And I just love it for him. He is such a sweet man and such a good father and such a devoted husband. I mean, how he came out of that family being the person that he is just absolutely incredible. Because where they are narcissistic, Harry is humble. Where they are petty, Harry is forgiving. Where they are relentlessly evil and unforgiving, Harry is relentlessly kind and loving and forgiving and filled with grace. I cannot believe this man was born of this family. But we all know that his mother was Diana and she embodied the same qualities that he does. And all I can say is thank God for Diana. Because Lord only knows the world do not need another petty and petulant and narcissistic and self-aggrandizing and self-focused individuals like Charles and William. I'm just saying. All right, I'm going to put this one up. And this squatty said, Prince Harry finally got what he deserves. Yes, I love it. I just want those other left behinds to get what they deserve. I'm just saying. And it goes on to say, a loving wife, two beautiful children, and freedom. Happy Father's Day, good King Harry. Yes, can you imagine? You're such a good person. People say he finally got what he deserved when he has a loving and beautiful wife, two beautiful children, a beautiful home, freedom, happiness. Yes, this is what you deserve. Most of the time when you tell people you hope they get what they deserve or they're getting what they deserve, it's usually in a negative light. But with Harry, Harry is such a good person. When you say you're glad to see he's getting what he deserves, that means a beautiful wife, a beautiful loving wife, two beautiful children, a beautiful home, just, a beautiful life, freedom. I mean, yes, this is good King Harry. Harry is a good person, and when he gets what he deserves, it's good things. Now, all I can say again is that I hope that family over there gets what they deserve. And from the looks on their faces at Trooping the Colors Saturday, it has already started. Karma is just absolutely waking them up every morning to kiss them in the mouth because they were a miserable lot. They looked like none of them wanted to be there. It was something to see. And all I can say is more of it. Get more of what you deserve. I love it for you. I'm just saying. Also, did y'all notice the banner that says Father's Day? Yes, this was filmed today. Meghan absolutely waited until all the celebrations was over for Harry, and she posted video that actually happened today. Yes, he had a beautiful banner that said Happy Father's Day. I love it. I do. All right, y'all, I'm going to put this up. And this was my favorite part of the video that Meghan posted. It is a portion in the video where Harry is teaching Archie to ride a bike. Our little Archie is riding a bike with no training wheels. He is. I cannot believe it. He's 6 years old. No training wheels. He is learning to ride a bike. And this particular squatty posted it and said this: OMG, watching Prince Harry teaching Archie how to ride a bike while Lily chases after them is so sweet and precious. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. That one, that got me. And it says, Happy Father's Day, Prince Harry. Happy Father's Day to our favorite guy, Meghan, that's what Meghan wrote. And of course, the video courtesy of Megan Sussex. Yes, look at it. Harry teaching Archie to ride a bike and Lily chasing after them. Oh, and she is so cute. Oh my goodness. Her flowing red hair is just, they are everything. They are everything. I love this family. I love it for Prince Harry. I love it for Meghan, and I love it for the kids. They have such a wonderful and beautiful family. All right, y'all. I'm going to put this one up really, really, really quick because I just thought it was so sweet and so beautiful. It says, Prince Harry really got exactly what he never had. Yes, after his mom died, Harry didn't have this. He had nobody who really loved him. He just had people who wanted to use him. And now he really has a family. He is loved. And I just love it for him because y'all know, y'all don't want me to get on Camilla. Y'all don't want me to get on the horse. How her and Charles used that little boy, that little 12-year-old boy who lost his mother, lost his everything. The only person who really loved him, he lost her. She was taken away from him. And now he got the love back. He has that family he deserves. Oh, I love it, y'all. And it says what he deserves, giving his children the blissful life, the safety, and the freedom to be children. This is his heaven, and I get why there is nothing he wouldn't do to protect it. Yes. Harry was too young, too little to protect his mom. But Harry said, I'll be doggone if you're going to take my wife and my family away from me. That is the reason why I don't believe, I will never believe Harry will ever have anything to do with that family over there. And you know why? Because they put the safety and the lives of his family at jeopardy. And he'll never forgive that. He'll never forgive that. Who would? Who actually would? But I digress. Isn't this the cutest? Oh my goodness. I'm loving this. And like I said, go over to Megan's Instagram and see the video and give her a like because we always are thinking about the numbers. We're always trying to run them up. All right, y'all, I'm going to put this one up. And some of the squatties are talking about this. Why Meghan posted this video so late. Now, I'm thinking is the reason why she posted it so late that she included video of what their day was like, their Father's Day, with the children. And so it takes a little time to put a video together. So I'm thinking it might be that, but we do have some squatties speculating that Meghan posted it so late because she did not want them to have the front pages. She did not want to feed that beast across the pond. And this particular squatty said this about Meghan posting her video late. It says, one, Meghan is so smart posting a reel so that the tabloids can't capitalize off of actual pictures. Two, I fully believe in my Delulu brain that she waited until the front pages were printed before releasing anything. Laughing out loud, I love Meghan. What y'all think? Y'all think Meghan decided to post it late because she absolutely wants to continue to serve up dust? I want to believe it too. I know people who don't believe that Meghan has a little pettiness in her or a little messiness in her, but I think she do. I really do. And she cannot stand the tabloid media over there across the pond. And she absolutely do not care about being on a front page or giving them anything to write about. So I wouldn't be surprised if the timing wasn't intentional. I'm just saying. And I'm going to put this up. And even though Meghan posted her video on her own personal Instagram, later in the day, especially being California time, Chris Ship still posted about it. The same Chris Ship who had zero things to say during Invictus. Y'all remember he went on hush mode the whole time Invictus was going on. But yet and still, he'll stay up late, especially London time late. And because it was well past midnight, their time when Meghan posted this. So, yes, he stayed up late so he could post about Meghan's video for Father's Day, but could not muster one post about Invictus. This right here is proof that that was nothing but a catch and kill by ITV, because he went totally on mute mode when Invictus was going on, and here he is just posting away about a post on someone's private Instagram, Meghan's private Instagram. He is up all time of the night so he could post about it. They need to stop. But this is what he said. A Father's Day post for Prince Harry from Prince Archie and Princess Lilibeth has just gone up on Meghan's Instagram account. Perhaps the most the Duke and Duchess of Sussex has ever shared of their two children. This man should be somewhere in the bed minding his business and minding the royals that feed him. But we all know those royals that he's supposed to be minding, they don't feed him. Harry and Meghan feeds him, and that's why he's up this late at night. And a squatty came up under his post and said this: I absolutely adore Meghan. She understands that her obsessed followers in the UK have been eagerly anticipating her Father's Day post all day. She has held off until almost midnight UK time before sharing anything. Enjoy the beautiful post, royalists, and go to bed. Yes, they were up waiting, I mean, with bated breath, that if she was going to post something. Yes, and the minute it hit her Instagram, they hit theirs. How pathetic, how sad, how totally pitiful. I'm just saying. All right, y'all, I'm going to put this one up, and guess who else is pitiful? Who is just equally as pathetic as Chris Ship. As Byron says, Ship with a P and not a T. I'm telling you, I get so tickled every time Byron says that. But yes, guess who else was so pitiful and was waiting with bated breath that, to see if Meghan was going to post something, and that would be the fail. And look, breaking news: Meghan is the Queen of England. No, this is what a squatty is saying. A squatty absolutely decided to post what the Daily Fail had posted. And the Daily Fail made this breaking news. I promise you, breaking news. Breaking news that Meghan, a private citizen, posted something on their private Instagram account now. How pathetic, how sad, how pitiful. It says, breaking news: Meghan shares Father's Day tribute to Harry with never before seen footage of Archie and Lilibeth. Yes, breaking news. And this particular squatty said, breaking news: Meghan is the Queen of England. The UK waited all day for Meghan's Instagram Father's Day post. Where is the lie? Where is it? They waited and waited and waited. And then after just about midnight, Meghan posted it, and they were just sitting there waiting. I love it for them. I do. I know Meghan, sometimes she thinks about it and she just cackles, because I know sometimes I think about it and I do. I can just only imagine what Meghan, how Meghan be cackling at these people, how she has them in such a chokehold that it is just comical at best. And the squatty that reposted this said, and what they mean is they waited all weekend for Megan Sussex to post. Let that sink in. Yes, let it sink in. All I can say is Megan got that chokehold on them and they can't do anything about it. How sad. How sad that you have a whole family over there, but yet and still you wait and wait and wait and wait. All of Fleet Street, the one that tried to bury her, sit in their office waiting for her to post something on her Instagram account. I mean, Meghan is the Queen of England. That's all I can say because the chokehold is real. All right, y'all. I'm gonna put this one up, and people wrote about William's Father's Day post, and I must admit, it is so cute. It really, really is a cute card. Now, I don't know. The Squatties will get a hold to it and find out that somehow it's been manipulated in some kind of way. I am never, ever looking at anything that Kensington Palace put out without doing it with the side eye because we all know they are North Korea over there. But I must say, at face value, it looks like a very, very sweet picture. And people said Prince William's children share sweet Father's Day tribute after family's appearance at Trooping the Colors. But yes, I just found it really, really sweet and joyous, and I love it. I do. But like I said, we got to put it under the magnifying glass because them folks over there, they're reading, they're put Charlotte. This might be Charlotte from 3 weeks ago, and William from a year ago, and they just plug Louis in there somewhere because we all know they will Photoshop a picture. But like I said, face value, it's a cute picture. All right, I'm gonna put this up, and a lot of squatties are talking about the contrast between the picture that William posted, well, Kensington Palace posted for Father's Day, and how the kids was looking at Trooping the Color. Yes, the kids seemed like they were exhausted. They looked like they were unhappy. They looked like they did not want to be there. And this particular squatty posted about that and said, are Princess George and Louis exhausted or overwhelmed? They're wearing suits in the heat for hours on, being paraded by Prince William and Kate Middleton like prized livestock at the fair. For taxpayer funds, Prince Harry and Meghan Sussex protect their children, and it's a no-no. Yes, it's a difference there. It really is. I felt sorry for those children. Now, I know that might be a little controversial, but I did. I really felt sorry for those kids. They seemed like they were in distress. I'm just saying. All right, I'm going to put this one up. And this squatty said, I'm so elated that Archie and Lily escaped this existence. That British royal family rejection of the half in, half out may have been their rejection of the Sussexes, but it was God's blessing to Harry, Meghan, and their kids. Where is the lie? Where is it? Where I'm looking for it. Where is the lie? Because Trooping the Colors, the whole event seemed to have shifted in a negative way, especially for the participants, because you look at Trooping the Colors when Elizabeth II was alive, her balcony was filled up. It seemed like a happier family at that time. Now it's doom and gloom and misery. And it seems like the children are expressing that. And I am so happy, like this particular Squatty, that little Princess Lilibeth and Prince Archie is not exposed to all of the harsh reality of being a part of that family. The exhaustion, being overwhelmed, being pulled apart, and just absolutely overanalyzed by that press over there. Y'all know it. They would have picked little Lilibeth and Archie to pieces. They would have been the choice whipping boys of that family. I'm just so happy that they did not have the foresight to choose the half in and half out option that Harry was offering. Ah, ah, what a blessing. What a blessing. All right, y'all, I'm going to put this up because I want to talk about this. A Squatty brought this up because this was in Harry's book, Spare, and it was about Meghan's first trooping of the colors. And this particular Squatty said Meghan's first trooping the colors as recounted in Spare. And let's look at it. And this is what Harry said about Meghan's first trooping the colors. We returned in time for the official June celebration of Granny's birthday, trooping the color. One of our first public appearance as newlyweds. Everyone present was in a good mood, upbeat, but then Kate asked Meg what she thought of her first trooping the color. And Meg joked, colorful. Meghan said, colorful. And a yawning silence threatened to swallow us all whole. What do y'all think about that? Meghan said, colorful. As if, okay, it's colorful. They always wanted Meghan to be impressed. Meghan never licked the boots like they thought she should. They figured that she should just be happy to be there. Meghan was a person who was secure in herself and never felt that anyone there was better than her. And they did not like that. And especially Kate, because Kate had done everything she knew to do. Her and her mom had schemed and connived to the point that got her where she was. And she was very impressed about where she was. And she wanted Meghan to be impressed because somehow she thought Meghan was less than. And when Meghan did not grovel, did not act like she was impressed, just said colorful, then and only then they knew that Meghan was that girl. She was not impressed with anything they had or anything that they did. Meghan knew who she was and she did not feel that she was less than. I love it. I love it. And look under here what this particular Squatty said about that. It's they say Mumbles was mad because she sold her soul to end up on the balcony, and Meghan was just like, okay, it was colorful. Yes, and we all know too that Mumbles did everything to trap William. I'm gonna make a word on the curb later on tomorrow about something that's going on with the Middletons. But yes, that family connived, schemed, in my opinion, my belief, and pulled off some stuff. I mean, a lot of what's going on with the Middletons, my belief, is smoke and mirrors. And when they found out Meghan was exactly who, Meghan knew who she was. She knew who she was. And she was not impressed. She wasn't. But that right there got them, because that's one thing they never ever liked about Meghan, is because they never felt she was humble enough. She never felt that she was less than, because we all know that Lady Macbeth, she always have felt like she was less than, but Meghan, not so much. And Meghan has proven that. She has proven that she is that girl, excellence, and shown them up to be the mediocres that they are. I'm just saying. I just found that so fascinating. Also, y'all, I'm gonna put up a couple of pictures. The Squatties just absolutely went in on Kate at Trooping the Colors. They did. Those pictures was not kind to Kate, especially the ones that her standing in the sun. You know, she loved the sun, especially that helped cure her performative cancer. You know, getting a lot of sun and drinking a lot of water. But I digress. The Squatties was not kind to her on these internet streets. I'm gonna put this one up. This particular Squatty said, "Up close and personal, things look a bit scary." Yes. That is something now. Yeah, the Squatties went in on Kate. They did. And I'm going to put this one up. One of the Squatties posted this and said, "The morning sun in her face really shows her age." All I can say to that is, ouch. Ooch, oochie, ouch, ouch, ouch. And I must agree, it is not, being kind to Kate. I'm just saying. And that outfit she had on, did y'all see that outfit? It looked like an outfit from the 1930s with those shoulder pads. I'm telling you, what was all that about? Very, very strange to me. They said she was cosplaying Diana, which I find very strange in itself, because why are you cosplaying your dead mother-in-law, one you never even met? It's so strange to me that Kate doesn't have a style of her own. She's either cosplaying Diana or cosplaying Meghan or cosplaying the Queen. I mean, it is just so strange. But okay. All right, y'all, I'm going to put this one up. And yes, 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 Meghan is coming outside. She's going to be on a podcast. She's going to do an interview with Emma Grady. And this particular Squatty posted it and said, on June 17th, Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, will appear on Aspire with Emma Grady podcast. Emma Grady is a British entrepreneur, co-founder of Good American, founding partner of Skims, with Kim Kardashian, and former Shark Tank investor. Yes, so she is a boss lady. And I cannot wait for this. Meghan is absolutely doing the thing. It is going to be so good. I wonder what gems Meghan is going to drop this time. So yes, she is coming outside. And the Squatty that reposted this said, "Oh my God, I can't effing wait. Meghan is that girl who can be recognized just from her hands alone." And what this Squatty is talking about, the promo for this is just showing Meghan's hands and the back of her head. And you can tell it is Meghan. Yes, Meghan is kind of like, Michael Jackson. You can just get the silhouette of Michael Jackson, and you know who Michael is, and that's the way it is with Meghan. I don't know if it's because I'm a Squatty, but yeah, I know Meghan's hands anywhere, and we could tell it was Meghan from the beginning. So that is what this Squatty is talking about. So yes, 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 Meghan is coming outside. Stick a pin in June 17th. Yes, the Emma Grady podcast. I cannot wait, because y'all know Meghan is going to drop some gems. She does it every time. So I am going to be there to see exactly what Meghan has to say. All right, y'all, I'm gonna put this up, and this right here is Emma Grady, and she announced that Meghan was gonna be on her podcast. She never called Meghan's name, but she was hinting around at who it was going to be. So yes, and she said Tuesday's guest is a big one. Emma Grady on Duchess Meghan's upcoming appearance on her podcast. So, yeah, she is such a beautiful, beautiful woman. I cannot wait to see this podcast. I love it. I love when Meghan comes outside. I do. All right, y'all, I'm going to put this one up. And it seems like Emily Andrew and her little cohorts are trying to clock Harry and Meghan's dollars, trying to say in some way that Harry and Meghan are going broke. We have heard this story time and time again. This is a story that they have wanted to write. And I have noticed something about the British media. When Harry and Meghan doesn't give them what they want, like the divorce story or coming back with the tail between their legs and going broke, being able to be financially independent, when they don't give them these stories, they go ahead and write them anyway. How many times have we saw the divorce story when we have known that Harry and Meghan love each other? They have wrote that time and time again. They had panel after panel, discussion after discussion, article after article about Harry and Meghan's marriage breaking up. And only after Meghan got her Instagram account, they have quietened down from that, because that is a story that they want to write. And the other story is Harry coming back. They still hadn't let go of that. They want to write that story. Harry not being successful. Harry having to come back with his tail between his legs. How many times have we heard the story that Harry does nothing? He has nothing to do. He stays at home. He stays with the kids. And Harry is all over the place. But yet and still, that's the story. That's the narrative that they want to go with. They had in their mind, Lee Street had an agenda, and that was to smear them and smear everyone around them so they couldn't make money. They had to come back with their tails between their legs, and they would be happy to have William and Charles put their foot on their necks like Sophie and Edward had to do. So this new narrative that's coming from these blind monkeys over across the pond is that Harry and Meghan is broke. Yes, they spend too much money. Their lifestyle is absolutely way more costly than how deep their pockets are. And this particular squatty reposted a post, and the original post said this. It is from an article, I think from Emily Andrews, and it says Meghan and Harry's time bomb with eye-watering bills laid bare as income dries up. Yes, this is the story they have been wanting to write. It never has come to fruition, so they decided to write it anyway, to push a narrative that is not true. And like I said, you can go back. They pushed a divorce narrative that was not true. They pushed the narrative that Harry wanted to come back. He was talking to friends. He was laying the way to come back, which was not true. And now they want to write the story that Harry and Meghan has gone broke. They've been wanting to do that. They have done everything that they can to make that a reality, but it hadn't happened. So they're going to write the story anyway. And that is exactly what this is about. And the squatty that posted this said this. They want Harry and Meghan to go broke as much as they want them divorced. Where is the lie? Where is the lie? This is all it's about. And the squatty that reposted this said this: I have long held the belief that the British tabloids are desperate for Harry and Meghan to go broke, so they are forced back into the royal family on their hands and knees begging for forgiveness. Where is the lie? Where is it? Because they have done everything that they can do to make that happen. A perfect example is when Harry went to the Legends of Aviator award ceremony when he was one of the honorees. And he took a picture with Prince, what was his name? Prince Mario. And they smeared him. Everybody that Harry and Meghan came in contact with, personally or professionally, they tried to smear them because they wanted Harry and Meghan to be toxic, where nobody wanted to have anything to do with them on a professional level or a personal level. And they were unsuccessful at doing that. So this particular squatter is absolutely right. They did everything. Even Charles. Charles went behind Harry's back and went to other countries and said that they did, and just signaled to other countries that they did not have to protect Harry and Meghan. They did everything, everything to try to make Harry and Meghan come back groveling and begging for forgiveness. And that hasn't happened. So now they just say, okay, we're going to write the story anyway. We're going to push the narrative anyway. And I must say, how pathetic. And this squatty goes on to say, that's why they try to weasel their way into all of the professional endeavors and try to ruin all of their projects. Exactly. That is why they did that and continue to do that, because they want to destroy Harry and Meghan and everything around them, so they would have to come back with their tail between the legs and they would have full control. Charles, William, and those rags over there would have full control of Harry and his family to tear them apart. And this squatty goes on to say, it's also why they put out hit pieces on Meghan all of the time, to ruin her reputation so that no one wants to work with her, which will impact her earning potential. Oh, Lord, tell the truth, shame the devil. Yes, this is exactly what they have done. Look how they have behaved with every project that Meghan has come out with Love Meghan, as ever. They have done everything to make it toxic, to keep people from buying it. And Meghan and Harry defies all of their expectations. They always level up and they cannot take it. So they have decided to push another false narrative that somehow Harry and Meghan are broke and cannot afford their lifestyle. I mean, are you kidding me? It is just ridiculous. All right, y'all, I'm going to put this up. And this is an article that one of the squatties posted and the article is by Emily Andrews. And they actually broke down all of what they have come up with that are expenses of Harry and Meghan. I kid you not. They did that. They have never done that for the family over there who takes taxpayer money, but yet and still, they are writing articles breaking down what they perceive to be Harry and Meghan's expenditures, what Harry and Meghan is spending their money on. And they have come to the conclusion that Harry and Meghan are broke. And this particular squatty said, spare a thought the stochastic terrorists in the toxic British media as they mourn the fact that the future they wish for Harry and Meghan is not coming to fruition. Harry and Meghan's freedom is anathema to the rotor rats and makes them more unhinged. Remember, we know as much about Harry and Meghan as the rats do. Yes, they literally made up expenditures that they feel that Harry and Meghan have. Even put a picture of Harry and Meghan's home and saying that with this lifestyle, they're broke. I have always said that this house and Harry and Meghan's lifestyle is going to drive these people crazy. Because y'all remember when Harry and Meghan first got this house, they just absolutely said it had 18 bathrooms and 15 bedrooms, and it would change. I'm telling you, from article to article, it would change. The number of bathrooms would change. The number of bedrooms would change. The price of the house would change. I have never saw anything like it. They have never wanted Harry and Meghan to have anything. And when Harry and Meghan secured this mansion in Montecito, it broke them. Something inside of them broke. And I also believe something inside of William and Kate broke as well. Probably Charles and the horse as well too. But really, really, William and Kate and the media, the flying monkeys, it really broken them because they have never wanted Harry to have anything. They have always wanted to control him and keep him in rags. And their nightmare came true because they can't control him, and he is living a life of luxury that he has earned. I cannot believe that these people have the audacity to break down Harry and Meghan's lifestyle and have zero to say about the Leprechauns, who are taxpayer funded, who have their hands in everything when it's concerning the government. They are getting paid right, left, and in between. I mean, just government money rolling in. They finance that family for like $1 billion every year, but yet and still, they have nothing to say about that. They have everything to say about Harry and Meghan's, their money that they're earning. They got their nose in that. And we all know why. Because this is a story they have wanted to write. They wanted to write the story that Harry and Meghan is broke. We all know last year they started talking about, will the Netflix contract be renewed? It's a possibility that the Netflix contract will not be renewed. They were saying it's a possibility that the Netflix contract will not be renewed. I remember I saw Russell Myers on Lorraine talking about that With Love Meghan was going to be the last project for Netflix that Harry and Meghan would do. I remember that. And he had to sit there and eat that crow because he did not know what he was talking about. And then Meghan came in, announced that she had a partnership with Netflix when it came to her product line. And I'm telling you, you could hear the squealing from across the pond. I could hear it in my living room. They were hurt. They were butt hurt. But that's what it's all been about. They have always wanted Harry and Meghan to fail, and Meghan and Harry keeps on lifting it up, keep on leveling up. Yes, they do. So all I can say is pay attention to the ones that are robbing you, the ones who are taking the money out of your back pocket. And Meghan and Harry are making and earning their own money. Why are you in their business? It is really, really sad that you have nothing better to do than to try to stay in a fantasy land, just hoping, praying, and wishing that Harry and Meghan would return, would want them to go broke so they can return. I'm just saying, how pathetic. And look down here. They got their total annual expenditures. Stuff that they have made up, what they have come up with, talking about grooming, hair, and beauty, talking about $38,400. They just grabbed that number out of mid-air because they don't know anything about Harry and what Meghan is spending on her hair, the kids' hair, or Harry's hair. And then they talk about utilities, electricity, $23,400. They know nothing about it. And talking about water rates, $12,600. And got professional services. Megan's business manager, Andrew Meyer, $108,000. I mean, they just got all of this. And talking about personal, under personal, they got private health scheme, £54,000. Yes. I'm sorry, they were doing everything in pounds, but yes, pounds. And then they got total annual expenditures, 4,935,664 pounds. That's what they guess. They estimate that Harry and Meghan spends on an annual to maintain their lifestyle. And look here, over here talking about their total wealth is 16 million pounds. They have no idea what Harry and Meghan's personal wealth is. But yet and still, they put that down. And they are saying that Harry and Meghan should be going broke. I cannot with these people. Every time I think that they have sunk as low as they can go, they find a new bottom. And this right here is pretty doggone low. I'm just saying. All right, y'all. I'm going to put this up. And this happened today. Harry keeps leveling up. He does. And this particular squatty posted about it and said this. Prince Harry was asked by the German defense minister to deliver a special message to veterans on the country's first ever Veterans Day being held today, June 15th. And Harry spoke in German and he said it's a profound privilege to deliver a message. Yes, now I can't pronounce what he said in German, but yes, Harry did that. And let's think back. Harry had the Invictus Games in Germany. It was a smash. And Harry and Meghan was so popular in Germany. Y'all remember that? And then this out of the blue, this German TV station decided to go all the way to Montecito and do this hit piece on Harry and Meghan and air it on German television and featured all of the flying monkeys from over there. None of, well, they had one person that it was a former flying monkey who lives in Montecito and absolutely speaks like he lives in Harry and Meghan's house. And in actuality, he lives nowhere near them, but they're always talking about he's Harry and Meghan's neighbor. He is as much Harry and Meghan's neighbor as I am Harry and Meghan's neighbor. But we all saw it play out that they even tried to attack Harry and Meghan's credibility in Germany. They attacked Harry because Harry went there with Invictus. The German people fell in love with him and Meghan, and then they pulled out a hit piece trying to discredit him in Germany. Well, it looks like it did not work. And all I can say is, I love it for them. every time they try to pull some old nonsense, it never works out. It always end up backfiring. And that's pretty much what Trooping the Colors has done. It has shown them that the blowback is real. It is real. And every time they attack Harry and Meghan, they end up sullying up themselves. And it never, ever works. And this right here is a perfect example. They really tried to sully up Harry and Meghan in the eyes of the German people. And look, the German defense minister had Harry to speak on the very first Veterans Day that they have ever had in their country. I love it, y'all. I love it. And this particular squatty that reposted this said, he looks gorgeous. He does. Harry looks really, really good. And it's because he looks good on the inside as well. Harry is a good, good man. I'm just saying. All right, y'all, I'm going to put this one up. And this particular squatty said, Happy Father's Day to His Royal Holiness Papa Sussex, who gave his kids the most precious gift of all, unconditional love and unwavering support. He is the blueprint, the cycle breaker, the legacy maker, the leader that they all follow. Mama's soulmate. Yes, isn't that beautiful? And that's so true. Harry is extraordinary. He really is. All right, y'all. I will see y'all next time. Bye.